Okay, so I've shown you two manual ways of cutting the edges on pathways and so on for your lawns, and now what I'm going to show you is a powered version. Now it's a new toy for me. I only got this a couple of days ago, and I so wish I'd bought this 5-6 years ago. It saves so much time. Now it's a very, very expensive way of keeping the edges tidy, and for most people this probably won't be worth the money to do it. So with a spade you're looking at a tenner, a half moon edging iron, probably a cheap one you could probably get for a tenner as well. This one, however, is an attachment for my long pole smart fit Tanaka, which I normally use for cutting hedges or using a strimmer head, but this is the brand new head, and this rotates to cutting through the edge. Now it needs a little bit of playing with to get it right and throws up a few sparks, but it works exceptionally well. So the actual unit, when you buy the main head, you get with a strimmer attachment, and that will cost about £420, which generally for any residential it's quite expensive. The head, this new head on its own, is about £120. Now you'd need to have a lot of edge against pathway like this and be doing it a couple of times a year at least to make it worthwhile doing. But in terms of time saving, it's massive. I did a job yesterday on one of my other estates, and what would normally take me a whole day, possibly a little bit longer in that estate, took me 1 hour and 15 minutes, and that included clearing up the muck that was left on the side after I'd actually sliced it all up and done the tidying up. So time wise it's a massive time saver. So if you've got the cash and you've got the lawn with the edges that you'd want to do this on a regular basis, this really is an excellent option. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to set this up and just show you what it would look like me running along this section here, which is probably about 100 feet long. And if I was doing that with a half moon, that would probably take me maybe an hour, I suppose, maybe a little bit longer, and then 15-20 minutes to tidy up. I'll just show you the cutting and then you can see how quick it is. So as you can see, way quicker. That was about 4 minutes to do all that. I was dreading coming to this site and actually cutting the edges in. I don't think they've been done for about 4 or 5 years. I only started here in October, and at that point it was just all leaves. And as you can see, right the way up here, we've got about 42 oak trees, and you can't see half of them here. So there was a lot of leaves to clear up. I set some new records clearing the leaves on this site last year. I think in the end I cleared over, well, nearly 500 black sacks of leaves. So it was a very full van every time I came here. And even now, just as I'm starting to clear out the bank along here, there's loads and loads of brambles that just haven't been touched in years as well. There's loads of leaves that are going to come from there as well, but that's another thing. So right, going back to this, yeah, way quicker, and probably because it's, I mean, this particular line here is particularly bad, and I think what I'll be doing is going along with my hoe to scrape underneath to lift the majority of it off, and because I need to go around and weed kill later, probably what I'll do is then put weed killer on whatever's left. I mean, you can see just along the edge here. There's all moss, so I'm going to have to treat that anyway. But there you go. There's the mechanical version, £120, and what, 4 minutes? So what's that? 6% of the time that it would have taken me if I'd used a half moon. Great time saver. There you go. As you can see, I've worn the hell out of the blade, but my God, it's brilliant. So I've been on this estate, which is one of our big ones. I'll show you. That's the entrance, and it goes all the way down there, right to the end, and past where those garages are at the end, and you can only see a third of the garages. So I've been using this edger for 4.5 hours, and the fuel's just run out. Did one refill earlier, and look what I've got left to do. 3 bloody feet, and it runs out of fuel. So now I've got to go and top that back up, or go and get the half moon. I mean, how many times?